Tell me, what is your hope for America?
Well, my hope for America is that we're going to elect Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and send them to the White House and have a Democratic House of Representatives and Senate.
Let me ask, what about external threats to America? What do you see as the biggest problems on that side of things?
External threats to America are the rise of authoritarianism around the world. I would include the authoritarianism we see in Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping, also as in my view, an authoritarian and the authority of the CCP. There are others around it, but those are the, I think, two biggest threats that that we see to what we know as Western liberal democracies. By liberal, I don't mean the word liberal in the way that a lot of people conventionally in America use the word liberal, but liberal meaning, free market economies. I mean, liberal is associated with free markets, but liberal democracies, liberal democratic regimes. America, along with Europe, Japan, South Korea, Australia, democracies such as Taiwan. These are all very the alliance of these democracies is very important, a global order based on law has been very important to our prosperity as a nation, and there are very authoritarian interests that are interested in disrupting this idea of rules-based global order.
So, it's interesting that you mentioned Russia and communist China, and these challenging those authoritarianism seem to be some of the bipartisan issues that exist in Congress today, or sort of across the aisle. And I'm curious what you think about the role of bipartisanship and sort of challenging these authoritarian structures.
Well, the recent supplemental bill was interesting because there's unquestioned bipartisanship when it comes to the potential challenges that China poses, but there's not a similar bipartisan, not the same bipartisanship when it comes to the threat that Putin and Russia pose. Putin's Russia. All the Democratic caucus believed in helping Ukraine, and slightly under half the Republican caucus believes so. It's still bipartisan. It's still heartening to know that a substantial number of Republicans agree with standing up to Putin, but it's disturbing to see that over half of the Republicans in the House of Representatives and a substantial number in the Senate, and including the vice presidential nominee, J.D. Vance, have expressed skepticism, reluctance, or even opposition to the idea that Ukraine we should stand up for Ukraine's independence against Russian aggression. This is disturbing because it's a departure from the role that the United States has played, and I think a dangerous minimalizing of the threat that Putin poses to American interests.
Congressman, thank you so very much.
Thank you.